Hi everyone, this is Courtney from Ruby Red Farm. We have a very big day planned, so come on along with us. What are you nincompoops doing? Goodness gracious, that's a big carrot. We're up and at it before the sun, which isn't nearly as hard these days. We have an old friend coming over today. We're gonna process some chickens for him. Once we get that taken care of, then we've got to get ready for the farmer's market, take care of our whole crew. I've got to coach 2 soccer games, and we have a farmer's market later today. We have an absolutely packed day. I'll bring you guys on along. For now though, chores like normal.
Go time.
So we're doing these birds as a favor for a friend of ours. I've known this kid since he was a kid. He was about 3 or 4 when his dad became my youth pastor. So he just got into homesteading, just got married this year, and made the classic mistake of not calling the butcher soon enough. And so ended up without a butcher spot for his chickens that he had raised. So frantically last week he was looking, and we were available to help him out. It's only 15 birds. It'll just take us a couple of hours, and then we'll get our day really started. But we're gonna get these all taken care of here. All right, it's a little after 10 in the morning. Got 15 birds done for them. Went ahead and did one of ours that wasn't quite big enough to take last time, so went ahead and got it done. We won't even bag it. It's going straight to the crock pot. Doesn't get much fresher than that. But we're gonna switch to bagging mode, get these guys bagged, and we should be done by about 10:30. So 2 hours all in on 15 birds is pretty good for us. And then we'll get to everything else we gotta take care of today. So we've got a whole video out there of processing chickens. We've actually got 2 of them, one from back in December and one from the beginning of this spring. Feel free to go check out those videos if you're looking for an instructional one. This was not a skill set I ever thought I would possess. Now it's just something we do on a regular Saturday morning.
You already put that one in the crock pot?
Yep, sure did.
Fucking this morning, nachos for dinner.
Circle of life. So I'm gonna dig up carrots, pick peppers, see if there's any radishes, and we'll go from there. I'm not gonna have much produce today. Ended up with some good looking birds. They definitely raised theirs different than ours. It's funny because they had a different texture, different smell. I don't know, it's just, it all depends on what feed they've got and how they were raised, but really nice looking birds all in all. So we'll go ahead and get all this cleaned up and then wash up real well, probably grab a snack and get to everything else we got to get to. We don't typically do other people's birds. We're not like a business when it comes to butchering. We just did this as a favor. It genuinely is a nice skill set to have, but we are done with that today. We're gonna put his cooler in our walk-in cooler, leave it open and let those birds start cooling down. Send him a message, let him know that his birds are ready to go. So we're gonna get to everything else now. All right, decided to go ahead and just wash some eggs. So we've got today's that I'll go get still, and then these are yesterday's eggs. We'll probably have about 10 dozen to take to market. Our hens haven't been laying as well. I think they're molting right now. So we will get these washed. I say this every video in case we have a new viewer. Yes, we wash our eggs. Yes, we know we do not have to. We wash them because we need to sort them anyway. And then in order to take them to the farmer's market, they need to be clean. And when you have 200 hens, they make quite a mess. We are just now getting a few new layers that are getting us some real nice, pretty, darker colored eggs, which usually means that it's a newer hen. So we've got probably about 100 that should start laying any day now. And we're just getting our first few from that batch. I need them to lay, because right now we're only getting about 6 dozen eggs a day, and we've got so many customers right now. So egg prices are pretty high in the store, and so everybody's been flocking back out to the country to get them off of us again. And I love it. Too many customers. It's a good problem, but it's still a problem because we just cannot keep up. We've been staying sold out for probably a good month now. With it being almost noon, I'm going to go grab today's eggs. We'll get about 3/4 of the eggs are usually laid by noon, so I'll go ahead and grab all of those. We'll wash those and package those. I'm trying to get pretty much everything farm related that I need to do taken care of at about 1 or 1:15 at the latest. That way I can pack up and start getting into soccer mode. My daughter has 2 games this afternoon most likely, and so I've got to go coach that team. It's got 10 kids I got to manage. So I'm going to go coach them, and then in all likelihood we'll have another game right afterwards. And right after that will be the farmer's market. So at some point Brandon and I are going to have to divide and conquer today, because we can't be in 2 places at once. But I'm the head coach. He's not even officially a coach, but he's always been very, very helpful throughout the season. So he can probably help me during the first game, at least part of it, and then he'll have to come here and get ready for market. We'll get these all washed and packaged. For now, though, he's going to take over, and I'm going to go head out to the garden.
Got her.
Here you go.
Few things.
Welcome. Alright, our garden is pretty much done. This weekend, Sunday night's supposed to be our first really big frost, so I have a feeling pretty much everything will be done. I'll probably come out tomorrow and pick anything that's left and just keep it for ourselves. Not very happy with me interrupting their process. It's one of the new eggs. They're just nice and perfect and a little more round. So we do have some hens laying for the first time finally. Got about a half a bucket of eggs. Not too bad for noon. Just finished gathering eggs and I hear a little pip pip from behind me, and sure enough, every turkey is out. They're supposed to be over there to the left. And instead they're out and they're like, Mom, this is the best day ever. So I'm gonna go put the turkeys away. What are you nincompoops doing? Why do you always escape? Come on. Turkeys always keep things interesting. There you go. They're like, thanks for the adventure, Mom. That was great. All right, back to the garden. I'm gonna grab a few peppers here. I'm gonna check on the carrots and see how they're doing. Again, as soon as that frost hits, these are done. So I'm gonna be picking up some, even if they're not quite ready. I'll come out tomorrow and get the rest of these. We'll put them in the freezer. All right, there's our pepper haul for the day. Our garden is just about done, guys. I've got just a couple radishes I'll take today. I have some started that hopefully will grow, but I don't think they'll be ready in time for the market. And then I have a few carrots that I'll check on here. Carrots are growing well, but they are not ready. We'll check our other batch. I do have some sugar snap peas started. They are taking their sweet time though. We've had a lot of wind. They're just starting to get a few blooms, so I might get just a handful of sugar snap peas for next week. They'll do okay with the frost, and we'll just eat on those ourselves. Unfortunately, it's just not been a good year for our garden. We had really inconsistent rain. We kind of had too much rain, then not enough, and that would alternate back and forth. Temperatures have been a little weird too. Now we are in mid-October, and this Sunday night is supposed to be our first hard frost, real hard freeze. It's gonna get down, I think, to 30 degrees. So pretty much almost everything in the garden then will be done. We have stopped picking green beans. Our plants were just done, and our tomatoes have pretty much given up. So we were only picking a few things at this point anyway, but this weekend will be pretty much the official end of our gardening season. I will, I'm sure, post a video soon. I'm off work here in a couple weeks, and I'm sure at least one full day of that week off will be cleaning out the garden, getting everything out of here, giving it all to the animals that I can, and then pulling as many weeds as I can to get it ready to be prepped for fall. Let's see if I can find any carrots in all these weeds. There's a few in here. Look at that monster. We got a lot of rain from Helene, and then it kind of moved out, and now it hasn't rained in about a week and a half, so we are unfortunately back to the whole super dry dirt thing that we've struggled with all year, but definitely some nice carrots. We gotta find them. Living here in Indiana, we weren't really impacted by the hurricane. My goodness, we've been praying for the people in western North Carolina, and then now Florida got hit pretty bad too. We got family in Tampa. They're all good, but it was a really scary couple of weeks. I am, again, grateful that we were not impacted more, but we really enjoy watching Justin Rhodes' channel, and his farm is just practically wiped away. I mean, it's absolutely crazy what flooding can do in such a short amount of time. So they've been heavy on our hearts the past week, and even though it's not been a great year for us as far as the garden, I am counting my blessings and incredibly grateful to be harvesting anything right now after what they all went through in western North Carolina and eastern Tennessee. So we'll take what we can get, right? Goodness gracious, that's a big carrot. There's a good one. We have really clay-filled soil here in east central Indiana, and in general, if we don't really till the ground before we plant, then a lot of times we get carrots that just go every direction. So we've gotten a little better at it over the years, but a lot of these are still kind of crazy. The crazy ones we'll just keep for ourselves. We'll chop them up and put them in the freezer, and then these good ones we'll take to market. So I'm going to finish getting as many of these as I can, and then I've got to start switching gears and getting into coaching mode all of a sudden. All right, I think that's all the produce we're going to take to market today. I'll get all this washed off. Piggy! Piggy, piggy! Here! Oh my goodness, hello! You snack? You cannot eat me. No. She's got about a week or two left, and then she's going to be processed. She's been a good pig, though. I will bandage it, and then we'll be getting you ready for soccer, okay? What? It's out here somewhere. By the turkeys. Sorry, the turkeys escaped. All right, we will let these dry off, and then they'll be ready to go to market this afternoon. And I have about 45 minutes till I gotta be a soccer coach, so here we go. All right, before I get to be Coach Courtney, I have to be Nurse Courtney, because my child managed to slice her toe open at recess. It's looking a lot better. I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. Get her ready for soccer, hopefully. Use this. I'm running out of this stuff, so we're gonna have to buy some more.
Can we use that?
No, I don't want to get it wet. It's nice and dry and it's adhering like it's supposed to, so. I didn't expect to use all the wound care I learned about in PT school quite as often as I do with this child. It's never good when the nurse calls you and says, we don't know how she did it, but somehow little miss here managed to cut her toe so badly that it almost needed stitches the other day, which is going to make playing soccer kind of interesting. I think she'll do okay.
Mister, can I do goalie and defense?
You're going to play probably goalie and defense, yeah. Figure that out. We got to make it fair for everybody else, too. It's not anybody else's fault that you cut your toe. You need to put your soccer socks on. That'll protect it, too. And then hopefully that'll stay. All right, much better. Now I can be Coach Courtney. All right, I'm officially Coach Courtney now. My little girl's got a game or two this afternoon, so we'll be here at the soccer fields for the next 2 hours, most likely. And then I'll have to run straight to the farmer's market. But love coaching, so here we go. All right, we are done. We did end up playing 2 games. So what happened, Belle?
We lost the first one, but we won the second one.
These kids played back-to-back games, and they won the second one. I am just as tired as they are from running around and yelling like a fool. So now it's time for the farmer's market, which just started. All right, we get to hang out here for the next 3 hours. We are all done. We're packing up. Pretty slow market these past few weeks, but we're gonna finally get to head home, unload everything, and finally get a little bit of rest. You know you're getting home late when the turkeys are even going to bed before you get home. Glad to be back, though. What do you want these?
Just set them off to the side for right now. We'll put them
Okay.
over in the corner.
Alright guys, we're going to cut the video here. We still have to do a few chores and get a few things unpacked. Not to mention I've got to edit an entire video, but we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe. This was Courtney from Ruby Red Farm, and I hope you all have a great day.